And for our last spot of ghost hunting up on West Wycombe Hill, we're going to be encompassing a big chunk of history. Everything from the Pagans and the stone circle that was said to be up there, smaller than Stonehenge but like Stonehenge and worshipped for the same thing and the same reasons. And that was why I chose to do this video just as the sun was rising, because like the Christians worship God, the Pagans would worship the sun, so I thought it may have added some interesting results. The Romans, who had a hill fort up there, we all know how powerful the Romans were, and they crushed anyone that got in their way. The Saxons, who would come later and would be the first startings of our lost village. The Normans, who came and put the Saxons firmly in their place and built a hilltop fort up there. And the village itself, which lasted for so many years, and lasted even through the Black Death, which saw so many villages go, and lasted until the 18th century. A little look of what our lost village may well have looked like. And what would a medieval village look like to the modern eye and camera, so to speak? Well, here you get to see a chance of one. And would come later, the 18th century, the Church of St Lawrence and the Dashwoods, who would be the end of the lost village. And the village would move from up on the hill down into the much more convenient location along the Great London to Oxford Road of West Wycombe and the High Street. So as I say, we take in millennia of history in the little spot that we're going to be ghost hunting in a minute. We start off looking at roundabouts where the lost village was, and we'll have a walk around the churchyard, because where the church is said to be where the Norman fort was. So I thought I'd wander about and see if we could pick up anyone different. I hope you're all going to find this one interesting. And a very good early morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. And what you're looking out onto here, just from the gate of St Lawrence Churchyard, West Wycombe, is the site of the lost village of Haveringdon. And it's got here, the next major influence on West Wycombe was the Saxons. The hillside was once again occupied, and the newly established settlement was named Haveringdon, Hill of Heifers people in Old English. The name later evolved into Haveringdon. The site retained religious importance. A church is said to have been erected by St Birinus, who later became Bishop of the West Saxons in AD 635. A Norman watchtower is also said to have been built on the top of the hill. Haveringdon's population is believed to have been greatly reduced by the bubonic plague death in the 1340s. By the 18th century, the village had been resited in the valley along the Oxford Road, renamed due to its geographical features and position to West Wycombe High Street. The early history of the place. The hill above West Wycombe, on which we're standing, now the site of St Lawrence Church and Mausoleum, has been continuously inhabited for centuries. A Bronze Age settlement is widely believed to have existed here, and research suggests there was a pagan temple in a similar style to Stonehenge. A Roman settlement later occupied West Wycombe Hill. Local historians and archaeological findings have construed that there may have been a pagan temple constructed on this site. The site of the original village itself still remains unknown, but is likely to have been, like most villages, sited very near to the church. You only have to look at a little country village community, look at its church and all the buildings that are nearby it. further archaeological excavations will be going on at some point. Right, we're going to put on the spirit box now because it is getting earlier in the morning and people are starting to arrive. Are we looking at the site of the lost village? Was it a happy place to live? What's your name? What is the name of the god that you worshipped? Was there a pagan temple up here? What do you want help with? And what does the number 25 mean? Was there a Norman hill fort up here? And if so, was anyone killed on it? We kept getting the word sex down in the caves. Quite a big theme round here. How old were you when you died? Was there a long distance between the church and the lost village? This is the original track that leads up to the church. When the lost village became lost, this is the track that people used to have to come up to get to church. Thousands of people must have come through this gate over the years. To be christened, married, and in the end buried. If there are any ghosts or spirit people present, this is your opportunity to speak. Please do so, because we would love to hear you. this your home? Thank you. What's your name, please? Don't know why that's gone off. Oh. It's come back on again. I have the spirit box in this hand, and as you can tell, the phone in the other, so... Here lies the body of Elizabeth, wife of William, west of London. Richard Harriet. John Barlow of this parish. The Dashwood Mausoleum. These are the vaults of the Joinson family. Henry Keane, who founded the local Sunday school. He died in 1899. A very worthy cause. Called A Bird in the Hand. Here we see the war memorial to the men of the First and Second World War. And the grave of Sapper 2003742 B. Belson, Royal Engineers, 28th of April 1942, aged 24 years. Also his father William, 11th of August 1954, aged 72. And his mother Hetty, 12th of January 1972, aged 82 years. The oldest part of the church. You have to call this one a day, guys and girls. hope you all found that interesting. No visuals captured in this one, like orbs or anything like that, but certainly some interesting voices or EVPs came through. What I found most interesting up on this site, bearing in mind that the church is where the Norman fort's said to have been, is that we got smatterings of French come through, and the word France several times. Also possibly linked to that are the Commonwealth war graves of the First World War. Also, what I found interesting and sad and poignant as well was the northern lady that said baby twice. Same voice, two different parts of the churchyard. Once by the Johnsons' tombs, and then further along by the bell tower itself, right by the wall of the church. Hardly surprising when you consider the past and infant mortality, how dreadful it was. And an interesting thing to have caught her so loud near the church wall is that babies were often buried hard by the church wall. It was often done like that, in a look to keeping them safe, if you know what I mean. So, I hope you all found this one interesting, or informative at least. And that's our conclusions of the ghost hunting up on West Wycombe Hill. Our next bit of ghost hunting, which you'll catch on Monday or Tuesday, will be the George. And my goodness, is that a very active location. Hope you've all enjoyed this, and if you liked your little look at the church, keep your eye on the page for Church Sunday tomorrow, because St Lawrence is a special one, and it will be covered and has been covered, and you'll get to see it. Thanks for watching everyone, and hope you're all going to have a great weekend.